Hello and welcome to this special edition of Here's Tom with the Weather, where we interview certain people who've been sober for quite a while and have an interesting story. And I'm really glad today that I have one of those. And now, my name is David G. I'm currently in Bradford in West Yorkshire in England. And I am interviewing this gentleman here. Would you please introduce yourself and tell us where you are?
They call me Sailor Bob, and I'm in Melbourne, Victoria, Australia.
It's a pleasure to have you. So that's Bob A. And Bob, what year did you get sober with AA?
1960.
1960. Okay.
May 1960.
May 1960. So you're coming up for your
61st.
61st. Wow, that's amazing. So, Bob, first of all, mate, just wanted you to give us a little bit of a background of you and what you were like before you got sober in those years. So what's your date of birth, if you wouldn't mind saying that as well, Bob?
21st, the 7th, 28.
1928. Okay, mate. So could you just give us a bit of a background of where you were born and your life and what it was like and how your alcoholism started, and I guess what your spiritual outlook on life as well was before you got sober?
Well, I was born in a place called Berwick, and lived there for the first 12 years of my life on a farm. It's all houses now, but it was a farm then.
Berwick in Victoria, was it, Bob?
That was in Victoria.
Yeah.
Finished school at 14. Cleared off the bush for a while. Then went on stations and knocked around a bit. Got into the booze early.
Who were your mum and dad, Bob? Bob, who were your mum and dad? What were they? Did they have jobs? What did they do?
Yeah, my father was a veteran from Gallipoli, 1484.
Wow.
And my mother was a housewife.
Your dad was a veteran from Gallipoli, and was that? I guess these days you'd call it PTSD. Did he? What was he like when he came back?
Well, he was knocked about a bit. Yeah. He wasn't a drinker or anything like that, but had a short fuse.
Right.
And
Okay.
he got a job during the Depression. He had a small farm, which was given through the soldier settled lady. He lost that in the Depression, so he got a job on the estate out there doing farm work, looking after it, managing it. And we lived there for the first 12 years of my life.
Okay. And what about school? You said you left school early. Then you left at 14.
Yeah.
You weren't a scholar.
No. Cleared off to the bush, went fruit picking, and it was wartime. The war was still on then, and there was deserters and blokes on the run. And
Oh yeah.
all sorts of the ruffians of the earth, because they were arrested away at the war.
Kind of like the French Foreign Legion, was it?
Yeah. And if I opened my mouth as a kid, I got a fist in it, so I had to learn to fight.
All right. Were you pretty handy, were you?
Well, early in the piece, I wasn't too bad, but towards the end, I was a punching bag for everybody.
Yeah, I get you. And so when you say deserters, so there were deserters from people who didn't want to fight in the war and ran into the bush to escape.
Yeah.
Wow.
Folks running away from their wives and all sorts of crims and knockabouts,
Wow.
They were pretty rough.
Do you remember your first drink? How old were you when you had your first drink?
At 15. And it was amazing. I thought it changed the thing, and then I could talk back a bit,
Yeah.
argue and fight, and a pretty bad temper. And I went bush from then on. 17, I joined the Navy. And that time I was treated pretty heavily.